Hello and good morning. Let's take a look here. Well, we're going to prove that this is equal to not P or Q. On this side, we have all of this. The only time the conditional here, it would be false, is if the first part is true and the second part is false, and that would be this one. But the rest of these will be true. Over here, you're going to have true, true. Same thing as over here. Now, not P would be the opposite of all of this. So it's going to be false, false, and true, true. Okay? Now, not P and Q would be this one, and this is or rather. So it would be that one or Q. Okay? So or means either one or both. So let's see what's going to fail here. So this one, right here, this is the one that, let's see, hold on a second. It says or, so either one could be true. Well, here we have true. Here we have a true. Here we have a true. And here we have a true. So ask yourself, why is this not the same as that? Okay, that's the question. Do you know the answer? Okay, well, think about that. Let's go to this one here. Fill out this truth table here. Well, this one right here is going to be true, 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 false, false, true, and true, true. Well, P implies Q. Remember, the only one that's going to fail is this one, where the first part is true, the antecedent, and the conclusion is false. So that would be false. The rest should be true. And then here, P or Q implies P. So here's Q. So we have a true and a false going this way. So this one we want to say is false, and then the rest would be true. And then here you're going to compare these two, and it's and you want two truths, and the only one, or we have two of these that have two truths. So we'd say true, false, false, true, because it has to be both. Okay? All right, so today you have a worksheet, and it looks like this. If you're at home and you don't have this, you can copy it down. And then on the back side, it looks like this. And then you have a table there. When you're done with this, continue on your work from yesterday. Let's turn our attention now to college algebra. Okay, so on college algebra, we're doing the quadratic equation. Well, the quadratic equation is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all divided by 2a. And so a is 1, b is 5, and c is 0. So it's going to be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all divided by 2 times a. And then you got to work that out. This is 0 because you're multiplying by 0. This is 25. The square root of 25 is 5. So it's going to be negative 5 plus 5 divided by 2 and negative 5 minus 5 divided by 2. This is going to give you 0 over 2, which equals 0. This gives you negative 10 over 2, which equals negative 5. Okay, this one right here, they're both squared. So you could do FOIL and then get it all on one side and then use the quadratic equation. It's a lot of work. I would just go ahead and start doing the square root of both sides. When you do that, you get x plus 5 is equal to x plus 4, and then you're going to subtract x from both sides. And when you subtract x, you get 5 is equal to 4 because the x's cancel. 5 is not equal to 4, so there's no solution. Now what that means is if you graph it, the graph does not hit the x-axis. So this one is going to probably look something like that with no x-intercepts. All right, copy this one down. You had this one yesterday. You might not have known what to do. I would multiply everything by 8. When you do that, that cancels. I don't know what 6 times 8 is 48. Carrying my 4, 8. I think that's 128. A negative equals 0, right? 8 times 0. So now you're going to have your A, your B, and your C. And there it is. I'd rather have a big C than a fraction or a decimal rather. Okay? All right, so today you have a worksheet on the quadratic equation. If you're at home and you can't be with us, it's going to look like this. So copy it down from the video. Remember, when you're absent, watch the video. That's what I want you to do. That's what I expect you to do. Okay, so if you come to class and you say, what did we do? I'm going to ask you, did you watch the video? Number one. And number two, did you look at the homework wall? Or number three, did you ask a friend? Okay, those are all things you can do without having to rely on your teacher because the information is there. All right, I hope you have a good morning, and I'll see you in class.